This man was once called an icon, a once-in-a-lifetime athlete, and the greatest football superstar of all time.
Ronaldinho! 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 Ronaldinho!
Now, to some, he is more famous for his tragic fall from grace. What transformed Ronaldinho from this to this? Where is he now? Ronaldo de Assis Moreira, or Ronaldinho for short, played football all his life.
Sempre que eu lembro da minha infância é sempre com a bola de futebol, então.
And what started as a pastime he'd play with friends eventually became his job. He lived and breathed football. He was so good that no one could read his moves.
Now Ronaldinho. Oh, it's a terrific goal!
And he was so captivating, even the enemy's crowds would cheer for him. During his younger years, he was able to score more than 20 goals in a match. Then he won a World Cup and at 25 years old received the most prestigious award in football. This flawless-looking record could mean that Ronaldinho is the perfect athlete, but that is not the case. See, behind the shiny, clean medals and trophies he had were many flaws. Despite loving football, Ronaldinho hated training. He would skip practices with his teammates to go out clubbing. He even asked his team to fire their coach when he tried to make him train.
The club stood with the coach, and that was the end of Ronaldinho's PSG campaign.
This backfired and cost Ronaldinho his spot in the team, and he could have taken that as a good time to change his ways, but he didn't, because moving forward, Ronaldinho jumped from one team to another team to another team, getting fired for his inconsistency and poor lifestyle choices.
News of his nightlife antics rapidly started spreading across the media, and soon enough, Ronaldinho fell out of favour at Barcelona.
And the saddest part is that there came a point when his biggest love was overshadowed by his bad habits. During one of his contract signings, he asked for this in his contract.
A club tried to accommodate him as much as they could by giving him 2 days off for clubbing, no matter what the training schedule was. This was actually written into his contract.
His time in the nightlife took a toll on his body, and what was once a lean, powerful athlete became an unfit and injury-riddled player. When he finally quit football in 2018, his fans felt an odd mix of sadness and relief, and it seemed like Ronaldinho's problems had finally ended.
Que lembrem do cara que foi o cara mais feliz do mundo jogando futebol, né?
But even more nightmares came to haunt him. Ronaldinho moved from sports controversies to actual legal troubles. He was accused of cutting down a forest without permission, committing tax evasion.
They found out Ronaldinho wasn't paying his taxes. He had unpaid debt worth over $1 million.
Defacing a protected river and faking his passport.
If you actually look at the photo of Ronaldinho's passport, the new one, it's actually a Paraguayan passport, and I think Ronaldinho is probably known well enough in South America for anyone at the customs to look at it and said, this guy is not Paraguayan.
This crime landed him 5 months in prison, where he spent his birthday alone, away from his home with almost no money in his name. Ronaldinho was and still is an amazing football player. His pure skill and talent can never be denied. In fact, I will risk saying that Ronaldinho could have easily been at the same level as Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. But in the end, skill and talent were not enough to make him great, and his dramatic fall from grace happened because he lacked discipline and consistency, because he wanted to party and not train. Now, the question is, because this may sound judgmental and I really don't want it to be judgmental, if big grind and hard work make Ronaldinho unhappy, perhaps he made the right choice. Who are we to say to the legendary Ronaldinho how he could have been so much better without considering that perhaps this was never his goal? Let me just leave you on that thought.